UrbanGrindTV.
We're back, UrbanGrindTV. It's your girl Nikki Fire here at the Global Mix Forum at the Joe B Art Forum. I'm standing here next to the godfather of Chicago hip hop, Mr. No I.D. How you doing tonight?
I'm good. Godfather, huh?
Yes, that's what you have been coined as, the godfather of Chicago hip hop. How does that feel?
It's a heavy title. You know, I saw the Godfather, shoes, big shoes.
So you're saying like, that's great. That's an honor to be the godfather.
No, I'm being silly,
Not only are you the godfather of Chicago hip hop, but you are, as I was told, I'm joking, but you're also VP of A&R at Def Jam Recordings.
Yeah.
So how is that occupation?
It's work. It's work. Def Jam is a cultural, iconic brand, a staple in hip hop and culture. And, a big responsibility in my own eyes. It's not. I don't take it lightly. No.
As you shouldn't. You are also a part of Good Music as well. So how does it feel to go from Good Music over to Def Jam?
Oh, that's a totally different thing.
Well, explain. The people out there want to know.
Well, me and Kanye were friends, you know what I mean? I helped him with music and helped him get into music and helped, so me coming over to Good Music at that time was literally, we were out working and he was like, man, I need you to run it. And I was like, okay. But it really wasn't, it was a creative thing. It wasn't a business thing. This is a corporate business thing, it's a very big difference.
So going from corporate to creative, are you still producing? Because you're also a producer, a poet, a writer. You work with the likes of not only your friend Kanye West, but Jay-Z, G-Unit, Bow Wow in his day. What's the difference?
Oh man, I know a lot more now, One of the things I'm here at Global Mix and I stress education, and it's because I take time to learn every year. I treat it like I'm a new guy. Every year I approach it like I don't know much, and so, I'm getting the hang of it, because nobody gives you the real manual to know how to be a producer. You just experiment, you call yourself that, and then pretty soon you learn what it really is, and you learn how to really do it. And I'm learning how to do it, so now I'm actually producing.
So I heard that you also worked on Chicago very own Common, his new album. What role did you play in that?
Well, that's my lifelong friend. I produced his first 3 albums. And then his last album before this. But this one was a labor of love that came out of a conversation about what was going on in Chicago. I had my own label at Def Jam and I signed him. And, we put together this record, with the pure point of, bridging the gap between the younger generation and the older generation. And synergizing the conversation that needs to happen between young and old, experience, inexperience, just to develop. We feel an onus of responsibility. And this album was like us saying we're giving back. Like a lot of people don't know, but I ain't gonna say that.
No, you have to tell us. You cannot give us that much and not give us the whole enchilada.
Well, I won't say it again, but we really did the album for nothing. It was a time when he was like, I want to put a mixtape. I was like, forget a mixtape. Let's take no money. I don't take no money. You take no money. We know how to make money. It's not about money. Let's put some music out with a purpose and let's go to work and let's touch people and communities and societies and bring this thing together without it being about us and our ego.
That's deep. It's a hot album as well. Being that you guys made it from nothing, it's a very hot album. I've heard it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. All right, so let's just backtrack. You were saying about, bridging the gap. I want to talk a little bit about, just touch a little bit on your childhood and your development. You are A&R VP of Def Jam Recordings. You've worked with Good Music. You've done music, hit singles after hit singles. What was growing up for you? Did you see yourself here when you were there, younger?
Never. Never thought it. Never could have wished it, dreamed it. It wasn't even a concept in my mind. Because when I was a kid, you didn't have producers producing on other artists. You know, back then, one or two producers did a whole album, and that was it. And those producers had to know each other. It wasn't, I get a beat here, sell a beat there. You know, all of this is kind of new. So I never in my wildest dreams envisioned, you know, I didn't grow up saying, oh, I want to produce for Tribe Called Quest. It just wasn't going to happen. Pete Rock and said, no, Pete Rock is doing it, you know. So, you know, as things changed, you know, what I'm doing keeps changing. And I never could have imagined it. It's wonderful, it's amazing, it feels fulfilling. It's great.
Awesome. All right, so just going to wrap it up a little bit. How are you feeling about the Global Music Forum and what it is for Chicago and Chicago industry?
I'm here because I love, you know, I love doing it, you know. I'm the guy that if it's 5 people in the room, I'll talk the same way if it's 500 people in the room, if it's 50 in the room. You know, I don't care because I know it only takes one person. You know, I've been, you know, personally, I've experienced, imagine, a good story to wrap it up. Imagine my mom just said, hey, someone I know has this kid, I want you to just help him and talk to him and show him a couple things, and it's Kanye West. And, you know, these things that I give, how many people do they affect? You know, in the long run, it's like I understand the value of that giving on the smallest level and what it means to humanity more than even just my business or, you know, songs or music. So, you know, I love this type of forum because you never know who you're talking to. You never know what you're going to say that might just push them over the edge into doing what their dreams and beliefs are.
All right, well, this is Mr. No I.D., the godfather of Chicago hip-hop. I'm going to continue saying that because it's such an honor. If an artist would like to get in contact with you for any advice, is there any way that they can contact you?
I'm normally not a social media guy, but my Twitter is Cocaine80s.
This is group.
This is my group, James Fauntleroy. You could catch me there. I look at these things. I may not respond, but I just may respond. You know, but I definitely will see and hear whatever you're saying.
All right, thank you so much, No I.D. This is UrbanGrindTV, standing next here with the Godfather, and we are out.
Yo, what's up? This is No I.D. I'm grinding with UrbanGrindTV.com.